Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. This is also mantra. It's not like just like this. Not I saw most of you just spontaneous, but actually it's also mantra. Then it becomes mantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Kirtan like this. I am singing, you listen. Then you singing, I am listening. Budhayantas parasparam tushanti jalamanticha. Because when I am giving the tune, you listen what tune I am singing. Then you have to repeat the same tune, and I am listening. In this way we can manthan churning. Like that. And then I am changing tune, you also change the tune. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya
Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya, Govinda Jaya Jaya
Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya
Gopala Jaya Jaya, Govinda Jaya Jaya
Raghupati Raghava Raja Ram Patita Pavana Sita Ram
Pati Raghava Raja
Raghupati Raghava Raja Ram Patita Pavana Sita Ram Raghupati Raghava Raja Sitaram Jaya Sitaram Sitaram Jaya Sitaram
Sitaram Jaya
Sitaram Jaya Sitaram Hari Bol, Gora Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. You see, when we are chanting holy name, everybody coming on the same vibration, same note, everybody tuning. When you doing something together, you getting, what do you call it, acquainted. You can become adjusted to each other. You become like one body. But when people they're not doing together anything, so very difficult to get some connection. That's why kirtan it brings people together, not only on physical level, but also on mental level and spiritual level. We start to, same vibration, and when you're practicing more and more, then you become so subtle, so clean, that you can connect with people's mind. And especially disciple connecting to the mind of teacher. It's called Guru Manobhishta. Manobhishta means you understand the mood of Guru. When you're so much tuned, like radio, speaking BBC. Now hello. Now I don't know. Now we don't have these radios. We don't have, huh? Before it was like big antenna. Remember, we just frequency. Yes, frequency has to be tuned, and ultimately human life meant to tune with the frequency of God. Tune with the frequency of God. So today's discussion we can call like that. Tune with the frequency of Krishna. How to tune? Do you know? Now you shoot your questions.
With love is the only way to tune into any God, I guess.
Okay, let's proceed our journey in very scientific way, not sentimental way. Because you see, everybody in this world want to be happy, isn't it? Isn't it? An association means Shakti Parinamavada, transformation of energies. When I'm coming to any place, first of all, okay, I have some radar, radar? Radar. I am just checking now energy level. And sometimes you see in the face of the people just like, they're just so full battery charge, like woman. No need to tell anything. And some people just, as if, 10,000 elephants died somewhere in Africa. But actually life is very happy. If you're connected properly, it's called Atyantika Sukha Pravritti, Atyantika Dukkha Nivritti. And it's nothing to do with Christian, Muslim, Hindu, it's nothing to do. This is Sanatan Dharma. You ask him, how many branches, how many religions are there? Come on, Macedonia, Oppodomia, all this. 8 people, they worship some sun, God, everybody worshipping something. Why so many? Why? Because so many different people, 400,000 types of people, 400,000. Even we are sitting here, all of you, all of us, we are not the same, trust me. We look the same, maybe 2 hands, 2 legs, but we are not the same. Some of them different shapes, some of different level of consciousness. And mostly living entity understood by the level of consciousness.
Then why did God only come to India?
No, he didn't come to India. India lucky enough to, why I came to your house only? Why? What hell these people did some problem, some sins or what? Why only sadhu comes, for example, only to your home? Why? Because it happened to be so that out of thousands of houses here, only one called me. Isn't it? So similarly, God never comes just whenever he wants, lottery ticket. Okay, let me go. No, because somebody calling him. Why Nrsimhadev came to Hiranyakashipu? He didn't come, only just because of scheduled visit. No, because it's a small Bhakta Pralad. He was Jai Sri Hari, Jai Sri Hari. And Krishna says, Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya chaduskritam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. Actually, he comes not just kill the demons. No. That's even Durga can do. क्या बड़ी बात है? No problem. One earthquake, ना रहेगा बस, ना बचेगा बांसुरी. Durga powerful enough to destroy any demons. Nowadays, not even demons, you see. Before there were such a huge demons like Hiranyakashipu, Ravana. They used to control demigods also. Nowadays we have small, tiny mosquito demons, and he'll die. Material nature will put some hurricane, or some earthquake or something, or cancer or diabetes, and he'll die. So, but Krishna comes to protect his devotees. Why Krishna comes? And it's happened to be that India happened to be Bharatavarsha. In fact, all planet before 5,000 years ago, it was only one kingdom, only one. It's only recently, 5,000 years only, we became Nagharka, Russia, Ukraine, Pakistan, India, America. No, before it was one kingdom. Bharatavarsha, Ilavata it was called. This planet was called Ilavata Varsha. It was only one monarch, only one king. And capital happened to be in Hastinapura. Hastinapura means Delhi. It happened to be so, what can be done? And then you can see the history. Then many Kshatriyas, they splitted. Then they became Vikings, and they went to the Europe. All the Mlecha kings were killed out by Parashuram. He chased them because they became so degraded. 12 Canto Bhagavatam described this, that in future in Kali Yuga will be many degraded kings. Degradation, they will stop to become dharmic. They will become nastic. They will start to put themselves in the center. Not God, but I am God. And then problem starts. And then they started to become independent. They went to Europe, then split it, fighting, all this, so many, Egyptian, and then Roman, and then, England, Vikings, and then Chinggis Khan. All the Kshatriyas, fallen, degraded Kshatriyas, they started to fight amongst each other. They split the countries. We are talking about 5,000 years. It's not just 100 years, 200 years. In due course of time, and it's going to become more and more and more. You see? Yeah. Russia, America will not be this big. Trust me, it's going to become small, tukra. And it's predicted that people will go underground, like rats. Predicted is there. Because there will be so much crisis and so much war will be in this planet in future. So nuclear war also will be there. Actually, nuclear war already was in the history. We don't know. It was already many times. Nuclear war. Nothing new under the sky.
Nagasaki.
Huh?
Nagasaki.
Yes. Nagasaki. Not like this. Nagasaki is a small bomb. It was destruction, world war. Kurukshetra was one of them. During Kurukshetra time, such a weapon was used. This is Shastra called Dhanur Shastra. So many weapons, we have no idea, very dangerous weapon, which can produce by the sound. Om Agnyastra Namaha, Om Brahmastra Namaha. And Brahmastra, much more powerful than nuclear bomb. Much more powerful. One Brahmastra can destroy many planets, not only just one planet. Very dangerous weapons are there. So, different, Jwaras, Agni Jwara, Narayana, Astra, and Shiva Jwara. So, nowadays people so degraded, if they can know this science, they will destroy everything. That's why this science is not given to them. Okay.
You talked about Lord Parashuram.
Yes.
Some people say that Lord Parashuram killing Kshatriyas 21 Ikiswar, 21 times, is really just happened within one clan. Like it didn't happen like all of India, but like just within one clan he killed 21 kings. Like that's what I heard on like Reddit or whatever. So could you expand upon that?
Well, see, Lord Parashuram, he comes also to establish dharma. You know how this happened, right?
Yeah.
So his father was killed,
Yeah.
and he took badla. Yes. So Kshatriyas became too much puffed up, too much proud. Actually, Kshatriyas are supposed to be under Brahmanas. And Brahmanas should be real Brahmanas, not Nakali Brahmanas. Brahmanas, they have to have qualification. Damo, Tapo, Kshaucham, Satyam, Daya, Titiksha, Gyanam, Vijnanam, Astikyam, Brahma Karma, Swabhavajam. So this is qualities explained. They have to be tolerant. They have to be not greedy. They have to be pure. They have to have compassion. Titikshava, Karunika. Like that. So many qualities should have. Nowadays Brahmanas not clean. Many people, they just smoking cigarettes, just doing yagya and eating meat even, what you're talking about. You check like X-ray machine. So Brahmanas, they were living little bit. Like Chanakya Pandit, he never took even 1 penny from the king. Even 1 penny, one paisa, he never took from the Kshatriya. Brahman, he was depending on God, and whatever people give dakshina, he lives. He is not depending on anyone. Brahman, he has to teach. Yagya, dana, pratigya, he's teaching. He living by teaching others, giving knowledge. And people, this is also culture, by the way. In Kali Yuga, this culture is not existing anymore. When Brahman comes, he doesn't have money, he doesn't have bank account. Brahman, he's just traveling and he gives knowledge. There is one saying, Gyani, Raja Swadeshi Pujyanti, Gyani Sarvatra Pujyatam. So, king worshipped in his own country, but great person who has knowledge, everybody worshipping him all over the world, everywhere. Why? Because knowledge you cannot buy. So that's why he gives the knowledge, Marg Darshan, and he gives Gyanadipena Bhashvataha. He gives the knowledge, because without knowledge, people like animals. Eating, sleeping, sex, fighting like crazy, like animals. So knowledge means, what is the knowledge? Who knows what is knowledge? What is knowledge? We are not talking about information now. Information, no transformation. Information, even ChatGPT can give you.
Right.
Even Google can give you, yes.
Knowing the information, like understanding it, comprehending the information.
Do you have Bhagavad Gita?
Yes.
Open 13th chapter, text number 8 to 12. Let's be particular, literal, not just simply shooting around the bush. When you know the question, you should know the answer. Somebody will ask you, what is this knowledge? Knowledge, I know mathematics. This is not knowledge. This is simply jugglery, intelligence, and informational skills. That's all. There are skills, you see, and there is moral rules and qualities. Some people have so many skills, but they have any idea. Give him 13th chapter, 13th chapter, text number 8 to 12. You can open on the top of the page. On the top of the page is written there. On the back, yes. Amanitvam adambhitvam ahim sakshanti raj.
Chapter 13.
Abjavam Tera adhyaya. 13.
Chapter 13, Shlok
8 to 12. 8 to 12 shloka. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 5 shlokas. Let's read. This is a Sanskrit. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Okay, you read.
Amanitvam adambhitvam ahimsa shantir arjavam acharyopasanam saucham स्थैर्यम आत्मविनिग्रह इंद्रियार्थेषु वैराग्यम अनहंकार एव च जन्म मृत्यु जरा व्याधि दुःख दोषानुदर्शनम् असक्तिर् अनभिस्वाङ्गः पुत्रदार
गृहादिषु
नित्यं च समचित्वं
चित्तत्वं
इष्टानिष्टोपपत्तिषु मयि च नन्ययोगेन भक्तिरप्यभिचारिणी विविक्तदेशसेवित्वम् अरातिर्जनसंसदि अध्यात्मा ज्ञाननित्यत्वं तत्त्वज्ञानार्थदर्शनम् एतज्ज्ञानम् इति प्रोक्तम् अज्ञानं यद् अतोऽन्यथः
Ajnanam tat atonyatha. Whatever I told, this is a knowledge. Whatever else is ignorance, Krishna says. What is that? Translation. You read translation. Very careful, listen. So because people sometimes we are talking about different subject matters, we have to make first clear what is knowledge. 2 plus 2 will be 4, right? Everybody agree? 2, 2, 4, 4, 4. Okay, agree. Then we can do mathematics. If I'm saying 2 and you say, no, I don't believe, I believe it's 5, then we cannot even talk because we are on the basics, we are not agreed. So Krishna says, first we understand what is knowledge, then we can speak about knowledge. Because Krishna came and said that Jnana Dipena Bhashvataha, I came to give you the torchlight of knowledge. What is knowledge? This is the knowledge. Can you read? What is the translation? Humility.
Pridelessness, non-violence, tolerance, simplicity, approaching a bona fide spiritual master, cleanliness, steadiness, self-control, renunciation of the objects of sense gratification, absence of false ego, the perception of the evil of birth, death, old age and disease, detachment, freedom from entanglement with children, wife, home and the rest, even-mindedness amid pleasant and unpleasant events, constant and unalloyed devotion to me.
Unalloyed means unmixed. There is no mixture. No karma kanda, no jnana kanda, no upasana kanda. Just pure bhakti. Right?
Aspiring to live in a solitary place. Detachment from the general mass of people, accepting the importance of self-realization and philosophical search for the absolute truth. All these are declared to be knowledge. And besides this, whatever there may be is ignorance.
Whatever it may be, including ChatGPT.
Yeah.
If ChatGPT doesn't help you to become pure and determined and humble and not proud, anahankara evacha. Nowadays, modern knowledge is making people more and more proud and puffed up. Don't keep it on the ground, just keep it on the lap. So like that. That's why we can see, if you really want to get knowledge, then we have to follow certain standard. And Krishna establishing the standard. And this is for everyone. Humility is not just only for Christians or Muslims or Hindu. Humility means humility. This is a gentle quality of living being, of someone who can be called gentleman, right? Detachment, anasaktasya. Anasaktasya means you should be detached. Actually, the essence of Bhagavad Gita means Gita. If you can call Gita, 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 Gita. Gita, Gita, Gita bolte raho na. Gita, 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 Gita. And Krishna says also, Sarva dharman parityaja mamekam sharanam vraja. Because at the end of the life, we have to leave and renounce everything. You have to renounce. No? I don't want. Nobody asking you. You have jivan to sukha dukha mela, sabko jana parega ekela. You have to leave. As fact, as sure as death. So then what? If you didn't practice that detachment, then what's the use? Tadakkim, tadakkim. What is the use of all your information? You see? So that's why Abhyasa yoga yuktina mamichaptum dhananjaya. Hey, my abhyasam kartum nishchitamasti. You have to practice. Practice what? These things you have to practice. You cannot never get these qualities immediately. It takes some practice. So that's why human life means practice. Life is preparation, death, examination. How much you practice. Pujan karo, bhajan karo, mrityu janle hoy. There's one saying. You do whatever you want. Puja, mantra, tantra, yantra. But at the moment of death, everything will be tested. Whatever you did, that's okay, you do. But try, but don't cry. At the moment of death, final exam will be there. So what should we do at the moment of death? And that is the scripture, Srimad Bhagavatam Mahapuran. Which is between, right? Parikshit Maharaj, Shukadeva Goswami, he was cursed by one boy to die in 7 days. And king says all the great rishis, hey, Sadhu, Maharaj, what should I do? 7 days baki. And I have to just die. What is the duty of human being who is about to die? What am I supposed to do? Any one of you, me, anyone. And the Shukadeva Goswami came and said, oh, Lokahitam, you ask a very nice question for the benefit of all world. It has to be recorded on YouTube because it's for the benefit of all world. We are discussing with you this point for the benefit of all world. That times they didn't have YouTube, they didn't have sound systems. 80,000 sages sitting, 80,000. Not even 5,000 stadium, 80,000. No sound system, no amplifiers, no mics. They were listening so attentively. Even mosquito will fly, everybody can hear. You see? When you really need to hear something, you're full of attention. There is no distraction, there is no mobile telephone, it means you're not focused. So that's what, because it's a question of life or death. We have to understand. So those who are very, very intelligent, they start to ask this question from the age of young children age. Kaumara macharit dharma, Kaumara macharit pragya, dharman bhagavatamha, durlabam manasam janma, Shastra says. Very intelligent people, they are asking this question from very childhood. Like that. What is the purpose of life? Why am I living? What is the aim of life? And then you understand what is my goal of life. Rest you can adjust everything according to that goal. How to get there, rest I can adjust. Doctor, engineer, computer engineer, whatever, some taxi driver, whatever it may be. As long as helping me to get there, that's anukulyasya. If something is not helping me to get there, pratikulyasya varjana. Accepting and rejecting according to the goal of life. Not according I like, I don't like. Who cares? Maybe something you don't like. But if it's whatever, like child doesn't want to go to school. I don't want. You have to go to school. Father sometimes taking boy or girl to school. Have you had this experience? I don't want to go to school. I had this experience. I didn't want to go. I wanted to watch movie. My father and mother going and I was watching movie. I used to pretend to myself, oh, I have headache today, Mamo. I have headache. Oh. And I used to put even sometimes some medicine, put some thermometer. Oh, it was big fever. It was showing like I put some, kind of mirchi.
Onion.
I don't want to teach you. But I was, what to do? I was small. I really wanted to watch some very nice movie, some fairy tale we used to have in Soviet Union. Nice for children, movie for children. And it was only on Friday. What can I do? And I really didn't want to go on Friday to school. So I was planning. I will get this onion, I will get this, that. So, and And okay, you stay today home, okay? Don't go outside. You are sick. Take tea, take honey. You are sick. Sleep. Yeah, mama. As soon as she left to office, ting, 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 this is cheating. So similarly, we all have material fever. I want fever. www.com. work.com. winewomanwealth.com. Then you have to worry.com. Then you have to weep.com. So much tension. But Krishna says, forget it, don't worry. You come to me. Tadhama paramam mama. Our goal to go back to Godhead. That's all. And whatever helpful to you to get there, you have to accept. And whatever is not helpful for you to get there, you have to reject. Make sense? That's knowledge.
Yeah, but about Lord Parashuram.
Lord Parashuram, he also came to establish dharma because Kshatriyas, they were degraded,
Yeah.
So they need to be like surgical operation. Better to have, there is saying in Bengali, Bimar Guru teke khali balu bhalu, means better than to keep all Goshala with sick cows, better not to have cows at all. It's better than, so many cows not giving milk, only sick, and you have to treat them. No faida, there is no benefit of keeping sick cows only. That's what this one saying. Better to keep empty Goshala. So similarly, when you have terrorists around, better to have, sometimes you have to exchange, and Brahmanas, they take care of the country. Brahmanas.
Yeah.
They running the country. If there is no proper Kshatriyas, then intelligent Brahmanas, they have to run the country. But usually, they don't want to do this because their business is like, give guidance. Chaturvarnyamaya srishtam guna karma vibhagashaha. 4 varna, 4 ashramas. So like head, hands, belly and legs. This is the body of society. Head is intellectual class of society. It's natural. Intellectual people. They were born with intellectual capacity. She's a very, very intelligent people. I know in our country it was one boy, Garry Kasparov. Have you known his name? Garry Kasparov. Anyone playing chess? He is very, very old man, 50 years old. He was playing chess. He was the number 1 in the world playing chess. And one day, maybe not 50, maybe he was a little bit younger at the time. But one day, one small boy, 13 years old boy challenged him. Amazing. Okay. And it was like big show. I think it's on internet also, it's available. You can see this guy is playing, this big guy, and this small boy, his legs even not touching the ground. He's sitting on the chair and his legs not even reaching the ground. And they're playing like chick, chick, chick. And this Garry Kasparov sitting like, no, world champion. And this boy and reading comics. Comics, you know, cartoon. This Garry Kasparov thinking long time. And this boy, without thinking even, reading comics. And after some time, this boy started to feel boring, you know. Stood up and started to walk in the hall because so many people also were playing there. So he was going around and checking how everybody playing. And then again, Garry Kasparov, you know, again after a long time. So this guy running again on the stage without thinking practically. Again going around. This Garry Kasparov shocked. What is this? This guy not even thinking because he was so brilliant. He calculated many steps ahead already. This small boy. Buddhim yasya balam tasya. It's called Brahmanas, type of people. They have very developed intelligence, you know. Very high intelligence. So Kshatriyas, their hands, you know, they have to protect Kshatrayate. In 18th chapter Bhagavatam, Krishna explains what are the qualities of Kshatriya. Okay, you would like to read?
Yeah.
Okay, let's read. And we can see when God comes, there's no Kshatriyas here, yeah? There is no Kshatriyas. Remove. They're calling themselves Kshatriyas. They are Shudras. They're dressed as a Kshatriyas, you know, but their qualities like Shudras. They are so degraded, drunkard, useless, you know. That's why, and they are also dishonest, you know. They're exploiting people. So God comes to destroy this kind of category of people because they became degraded Kshatriyas. So sometimes I was small, I told this story. When I was small, I got my blood, sepsis, infection in my blood. And to save me, my mother and father had to drain all my blood. I was small, and they had to give new blood. Just drain. One pipe here, one in, one out. All blood has to be pure, clarified. So similarly, sometimes you have to remove cancer so body can repair itself, you know. So sometimes you have to remove gangrene. When there is gangrene, you know that eagles, when after 40 years, eagle, he has two choices. It's scientific fact, you can check.
Yeah, right.
You have to go, he has one choice, to die because his beak, you know, become very dull. It's broken already. And his, you know, clubs became also broken. He cannot hunt anymore because eagle, they catching. But when you is broken already and beak also broken, he has two choices. One choice is to die, become Buddha, old, or he can go to mountains very high, and they against the stone, against the mountain, he breaks his beak, completely breaks it, so it's falling out, and it's growing, another one growing, and he breaks his in a what's called cloud against the rock, so new comes. This process takes 150 days. You have to go through some suffering. If you want to reborn yourself, you have to reinstall yourself, renew yourself. It always takes some, you know, sacrifice. So similarly, sometimes society is very degraded. So God comes, and then he restarts there. That's what happened in Kurukshetra time. 640 million people were removed from this planet because all of them, they were, not all of them, but most of them, they were rascals, like Duryodhana, like Shakuni, like Dushasan. All these guys, they were a burden for the planet. They were exploiting planet. And the similar situation coming nowadays, trust me. Similar. Why it is happening? You look what people doing. They became completely oblivious to the law of God. They're not following your rules. And now God, drink, enjoy, be merry, nightclubs, weapon, war. So it became burden for the planet, for the normal society. And that's why Shastra explains, God, being in the heart of living entities, he organizes wars. So demons destroy the demons. And then restart Satya Yuga starts. It's prediction in Shastra. It's not I am just saying. It's said. That's why Dwapara, no, it's called Satya, Dwapara, Treta or Kali. 4, Chaturvyuha.
Satya Treta Dwapara.
Treta is only this circle, usually Dwapara, Treta. But in this cycle, this particular cycle, 27 Manvantara, Vaivasvata Manu, it's kind of overlap. Dwapara overlap Treta. That's why it became Treta Dwapara. Otherwise it's Satya, Dwapara, Treta or Kali. But in this cycle, and when this cycle happens, Krishna comes. When Dwapara Yuga overlapping Treta Yuga, this is the one, only Divya Yuga, only one in all life of Brahma. Sorry, in one day of Brahma. Right? 27th Manvantara, Vaivasvata Manu, Krishna comes only once in a day of Brahma, only once. You know how long Brahma's day? Sahasra Yuga Paryantam, thousands of yugas. If you can calculate, wow, we are not talking about 2000 years of Christianity. We are not talking about 1500 years of Buddhism. We are talking about millions of years. Shastra speaks about billions of years. Try to understand. This is expand your brain. We are not talking about just few thousand years, some scripture or some messenger. No, we are talking about universal law. And Bhagavad Gita, 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita explains this. Time. Yes, and Kshatriyas, first let's read Kshatriya's quality. When Kshatriya is absent, then we have to restart the computer. We have to rebuild everything and purify.
Chapter
8th chapter, yes.
Shlok.
I'll tell you, I'll read for you. It will take a little bit time for you to read. Does it make sense what I'm telling? So this is very, 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 very. You open the shloka, we can read with your shloka 1842 and 43 and etc. Samo damas tapakshaucham kshanti rajavame vacha jnanam vigyanam astikyam brahma karma swabhavajam. So Krishna explains that tranquility, restraint, austerity, purity, patience, integrity, knowledge, wisdom, jnana vijnana, not only information but wisdom. They have to live by the information they are speaking. Walking your talking, right? We say nowadays. Wisdom and belief, faith in supreme truth. You see, these are the main qualities of Brahmana. Okay, read next.
Shauryam tejor tritirdaksham yuddhe chapi apalayanam danam ishvara bhavascha shatram karma swabhavajam. Heroism, power, determination, resourcefulness, courage in battle, generosity, and leadership are the natural qualities of work for the Kshatriyas.
Yes. Heroism, generosity, like Karna, he was Kshatriya. Even enemy came to ask his Kavacha, Kundal and Kavacha. Okay, since Brahman asked me, I will give you. Since you ask me and I promise that I will give whatever I want. Even Duryodhana was Kshatriya, you see. Interesting enough. You remember that story in Mahabharata when Duryodhana was coronated as a king? He said, Arjuna, don't worry. You want to be king? Okay, you come to me, ask me anytime. I'll make you king for a day. For one day, I'll make you also king. No worries. You want me? I will give you now Mukut. Arjuna said, no, I don't want Mukut now. When I want, I will tell you. Okay. Duryodhana promised, I will make you king for one day. It's my will. I am king. Whatever I say, like I've been in Allahabad, Prayagraj. It was king of Benares. King, big mustache. He was 90 years old. Real Kashi Raja, Kashi Maharaj. And he gave donation for us, the land. He gave donation for us. Big land. He has a palace in Prayagraj on the bank of Yamuna. Big land. And said, Bacha, come. Brahmachari ji, can you make temple for Krishna? Because he said, I am dying now, I will die, but I want to leave one temple for Krishna. He was Krishna Bhakta. He knew Srimad Bhagavatam 18,000 shlokas by heart, memorized. King. He was very, very religious king. And he was real king in dynasty of Kashi. Kashi Raja, Amba Ambika Ambalika, Bhishma Pitamaha won that Swayamvara. Same Kashi dynasty this Kashi was. And he has many palaces also. Like that. So in Prayagraj also he has one land. And he said, I want to give you land for Krishna. I said, Maharaj, any papers, any official document? What paper? Main Raja hoon. I am king, take. And he gave. He gave land like that. Nowadays people have trouble to give $10 even donations. King, take. He gave, and we constructed big temple there for Krishna. We did. I promised, I did. He promised, he did. I promised to him, yes, I will construct. I brought one architect from Ukraine. We established deity, beautiful Radha Krishna, Radha Beni Madhav. Because Triveni, Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati, Beni. Triveni Sangam. So we established only Radha Beni Madhav. Beautiful deities I brought from Jaipur. Nice temple, everything. And this king was real king. Take. It's called, he's very, very, what do you call it? Generous, really. Take it. Sometimes people used to give to Brahmanas. See how far your eyes can see, that land you can take. How far your eyes can see. They used to give gold and everything. Nowadays people are not giving even plastic. You see, if somebody giving $100, wow, Maha Dhanvir, Sunko Aksharma, Mandir mein mera naam. You have to put by golden letters my name. What is this? Paper, nothing. Seriously, I'm telling you, because I'm traveling, it's my experience. Sometimes you're going, and Brahmanical culture has to be respected. But Brahman, he's not interested in all these things, really. Kings, when kings was Rajabhishek, then during Rajabhishek, king used to give the whole kingdom to Brahmanas, Dakshina, finished. And Brahmanas, they thought, what are we going to do with all these things? They giving back to the king. Raja, you take and rule on our behalf. You understand? This is a Vedic society. It was one king. He came once to his guru. His guru, like Chanakya, he was sitting inside the forest. Brahmanas, they're sitting in ashram. They're happy. They're in Sattuguna. They don't need all this big running business money. They santushti param sukhi. So he was sitting in the forest, and king came. My dear king, my Gurudev. Oh, my head is paining. So many rascals, they cheating me. I am frustrated. I want to give up this kingdom. I want to take sannyas. I don't know. I don't trust anyone. So this guru asked him, do you have anyone to trust? So this king said, I don't trust anyone except you, Guruji. I trust only you, but nobody else. So Guru said, all right, you trust me, right? Yes. Then give to me kingdom. Hey Maharaj, what are you going to do? You don't worry, you trust me, right? You trust me? Yes. So give it to me. Okay. But what are you going to do? I'll show you, don't worry. But you first give me. Okay. He had this Raja,
What?
Mahur. Kingdom yours, Guru. Idam Gurudeva idam namama. Yours. Now what are you going to do? So Guru said, I will find a person to whom I trust very much and I will give it to him. Who is that guy? And king said, you. Oh, yes, I will do it. Yes. So you run the kingdom. I trust you. You run it on my behalf. Yes, Guruji. He comes after 6 months. He comes. Guruji, your kingdom, super. No problem. I am running very nicely. You trust me? Running. So continue running. No problem. Because now he understands. It's not my Guruji's kingdom. Same thing, but consciousness different. I am running kingdom on behalf of Brahmanas. It's not mine. Namama. But when Kshatriyas start to think, this is mine. Yatha griha kshetra sutaptavi janasya moho yam aham mameti. Me or me and mine. Nothing is ours. That's the problem. When this kshatriyas become materialistic, nastic, they start to think it's my property. Kshatriya means who has a weapon, Kshatrayate. Trayate means to protect people. They have to protect people. Right? Kshatrayate. Kshat means cut. Trayate, to protect. Their hands. They have to protect all body society. But when Kshatriyas become corrupted and they taking power in their hands, they disrespecting Brahmanas, they disrespecting people, start to exploit them. This Kshatriya like gangrene, they have to cut off. So that's why, Brahmanas sometimes. Parashuram also, he was son of Brahmana.
Yeah.
Right? Well, Brahma Tejas, there is another story of Venu Maharaj in Srimad Bhagavatam. Venu Maharaj was such a bad king. But Andome Kana Raja, sometimes, okay, somehow king still controlling discipline, have some king, better than no king, some king. But he started to kill people. He started to exploit and kill, and one day he said, you Brahmanas, nonsense, I'm God. Don't do yagya to your Vishnu, I am God. So then Brahmana said, this is too much already. No, this is too much. And they by mantras, Om Mrityua mantra, and he got heart attack and died. Sitaram. Yes, Brahmanas can kill by mantras, by sound, because they're so powerful. But they don't want these things. But if kings becomes too much arrogant and they're not doing their duty, not protecting the praja, they're not giving charity, they're not generous, they're not heroic. If they're losing the qualities, we have to restart computer and get new kshatriyas. That's what happened with Chanakya Pandit. He found Chitragupta Maurya and trained him. Remember Chanakya Niti?
Yeah, the Chandragupta.
Yes, Nanda Raja. So, because, what's the incident? When this arrogant king was coming, hey, I have a question to you. Anyone who will ask the question, I'll give some remuneration. Dhan, I will give you. And then he asked question and somebody answered, very brilliant answer give. Wow, who said that? I want to see that person. So crowd went aside and he saw Chanakya. And Chanakya was not very beautiful actually. He was pretty ugly looking, And king started to laugh. How nice answer can come from such an ugly person. Such a nice answer from such a bad person looking. And Chanakya understand, oh, this is not a king. King will never say that. A real king, who by quality is king, he will never say that. I'll destroy this king. He cannot rule the kingdom. He will destroy the kingdom. So, and he opened his sikha, until I will kill him, I will never tight my sikha again. And he found this boy, 14 years old, Chitragupta Maurya. He trained him, he gave him Shastra Niti, and this Chitragupta Maurya, he destroyed all those Nanda kings. Destroyed by Rajniti, It's called Kautilya Shastra, Artha Shastra. So what I'm trying to say, Brahmanas, they are software, they are guiding kings. That's why always kings, they used to have a Rajguru who is guiding him from not being greedy. And Guru always gives everything to Guru. And Guru doesn't need anything. He's satisfied. But he using the opulence for benefit for society. You see, even sometimes we accepting donation. We are running so many projects. We are running goshalas, we are running schools. We are opening some nice academies for people to educate them. Right? We have 400 cows. We are feeding every day 10,000 children, I told yesterday. We're collecting donations to give people opportunity. It's called Agyata Sukriti. Unknowingly, we are engaging people in seva. Because I'm telling always, when rain is coming, so much rain coming like today, in the roof you have to put some pipes. Let water go. Because if stagnated water, collected, roof will be broken. We have to go. Going, that's why this is said, we have to share. Knowledge which is not shared will become rotten. Knowledge has to be flow, constant flow should go. This is the secret actually. That's why Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, he explains that. All Bhagavad Gita, there is a sequence of chapters. He explains, you have to do karma, third chapter, fifth chapter. Then how you can do karma. Then you have to purify your intelligence. Then he explains how to see me in this world. Tat kuru swamadarpanam. You work but give to me offer, because everything whatever you can see is nothing but you can see me. Mai pashyati sarvatra. You can see me. And seventh chapter he explains, and then he 10th chapter, opulence of absolute. He tells how to see God everywhere. But then he says, actually, not everybody can see me. Only my devotee can see me. That's why Guru has to be devotee of Krishna. He can teach devotion. And then he says, beyond this material world, 15th chapter, there is spiritual world also. Na surya, na sasanka, na surya yoho. There is no sun, no moon, is eternal life, ajo nityam. Krishna explains, from here now you have to go there. How to go there? You have to do bhakti to me. And then Krishna gives you freedom. Now you do whatever you want. So my point is that if you don't have qualification, if you don't have qualities, satoguna, right? We can never go back to Godhead. That's why sometimes when child becoming sick, sometimes operation required. Operation, surgical operation. It's not to kill the baby, but it's just to save the baby from going further to ignorance. So Parashuram came to teach the lesson. Teach the lesson.
But Sattva Guna, although it's necessary, but Lord Shiva's one roop, Bhairav.
Right.
He is also tamas god. And
Yes.
the halahal wish in Lord
Exactly.
Shiva's throat is also tamas.
Yes.
And Lord Shiva,
Why he did that?
Huh?
Why?
To save the world.
Correct. That's called
Not
karunika.
as-
See, it's called mercy, daya.
Right.
There is one shloka in 8th Canto Bhagavatam that, tapyante loka tapena. So, saintly people taking tapasya for the benefit of all world. Lord Shiva is a great Mahajan. Swayambhu Narada Shambhu. Prahlada Kapila Kamarao Manu. Prahlada Janaka Bhishma Balir Vayasaki Vayam. There are 12 Mahajanas. Lord Shiva is one of them. Vaishnavanam Yatha Shambhu. Shambhu is a great Vaishnava. And you can see Srimad Bhagavatam scriptures, Rudra Gita. He worshipping Sankarshan. Anantashesh. He himself says it. Ramo, Ramo, Ramo iti. So it is Shastra. And Lord Shiva, he says himself saying to Durga, Ardhadhanam sarvisham Vishnur aradhanam param tasmat parataram devi tadenam samarchanam. He says that Ardhadhanam sarvisham Vishnur aradhanam param. He says, my dear Durga, wife, Parvati, Devi, out of all the pujas, Vishnu puja is the shrestha, topmost. And better than even Vishnu puja, worshipping to devotees of the Lord. Not even Lord, but devotees of the Lord.
Yeah, but the point of my question was that tamas guna is not all the way bad. Because-
Correct, no, but see, this material world created like Sattva-guna, Tamoguna, Rajaguna, okay? And these departments, in this material world, there's many living entities. Some of them in Sattva-guna, demigods. Somebody is in Rajaguna, demons, mostly. Asura, Asura, meaning? Asu means right now. Ra means Ramante, enjoy. I want to enjoy right now. That Asura. He cannot control himself. I see, I want. So tell me, who doesn't want to enjoy nowadays? Everybody wants to enjoy. You want to enjoy? So Asurim Bhava Masrita. So there's a demonic qualities that already inside our heart. We're born in this environment, when 20 people smoking cigarettes, you're not smoking cigarette, but you're sitting in that room. After some time, Prabhav, your clothes will be smelling with cigarettes because you are sitting in an environment. Everything, YouTube, advertisement, all this music, everywhere influencing our consciousness, you see? Jaisa Sang Vaisaram. So similarly, Asuri Bhava means we don't want God. We want to enjoy ourselves. You see? Therefore, karma, Rajaguni people, they're like more Asuri Bhava. Sattuguni demigods. Tamoguni means ignorance already. It's the low species of life. Tamo gachanti tamasaha. Adho gachanti tamasaha. Certain chapter, 22nd shloka you can open. So it said, karanam guna sangasya sat asat yoni janmashu. So it depends on the association with modes of nature. And therefore in this world so many Living entities like bhoot, pret, all these goblins and witches, they're in ignorance completely. Somebody has to take care of them. So Lord Shiva kindly, very kindly, okay, I'll take care of them. Somebody has to take care. Pitaji ko bacha parivar hai, like some daju bhai, okay, I'll take care of them. He takes responsibility for the department. Like for example, when you're going to some people, somebody calling me sometimes, I have this experience. Somebody calling me to jail. Guruji, please come. We have so many prisoners. They want really to hear katha. I want to go. I don't want to go to jail. Really, I don't want too much. I've been seen. I was preaching in jail many times. Very nasty, tattoo, like criminals, very dangerous people. But sometimes they are calling, please, Guruji, come. Superintendent of jail calling, Guruji, give Bhagavad Gita. So we're sponsoring Bhagavad Gita to reform them. We don't want to reject them, but to reform them. We're coming there. And I have some friends, they became Pakka devotees, very nice devotees. One friend was 18 years in jail, 18 years. Criminal in US. He got Bhagavad Gita. He became initiated, very nice, 16 rounds, very nice, no smoking, no drinking, no intoxication. First class devotee, very first class. I know people, they were butchers, they were killing cows, blood up to here, in Kasai Khana.
Yeah.
We used to go and distribute books. I don't want to go to Kasai Khana, it's very ugly, durgand, smell bad. But out of compassion, you go there and give him, take Bhagavad Gita. Hey, what is this? What is this? Give me. Cows hanging. Why are we going there? Samsarinam karunayaha purana guhyam. And that person became bhakta. Can you imagine? This is miracle. Now Nepali people, they're born in family, Vaishnava family. They know Gita, Bhagavad Gita. They still smoking, eating meat and pan, cigarette, tobacco, and they going to some different traditions and they not believe their own culture. They becoming Gnostic. I've seen also many times. And here is butchers and criminals. They becoming first class devotee like Valmiki Ramayana. Who was Valmiki? He was butcher. He was killing animals, and he became author of Ramayana. You know the story, right?
Yeah.
So this is a miracle of holy name. Yes, this is a miracle of spiritual energy transformation. That's why we have to develop the certain qualities. You know the Buddha story about Angulimala, hunter?
Yeah.
Angulimala, yes. Same thing. Alright, does it make sense? So when there is no Kshatriyas qualified, sometimes operation has to be done.
Right.
And it happens, Krishna arranges that in the form of war, in form of some calamities, or sometimes he himself comes like Parashuram. Sometimes doctor, sometimes father giving child to school. Okay, to reform the baby, rehabilitation center. Sometimes teacher does it. But sometimes when it's too much, father himself chastising baby. Like, son of the king out of government law. Before it was in Nepal like this. Royal family out of law. So, Rajkumar, prince, should be chastised by the father only, personally, by king only. Paras, I know him, personally. So that time he was doing so many nonsense and nobody could do anything. Only king had to chastise him. That's same thing now in Thailand, same thing in this kind of kingdoms when only Rama, ruling king, they're out of law. This is a royal rule. Only king's law can chastise him, not government law. So similarly, sometimes Krishna, he chooses to chastise himself, his children. Any other questions?
Like anyone else, I have a lot.
No, wait a minute, just because, let's give them chance. Because you can see sometimes Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 7th chapter, he says, Asamshaya samagramam getvai tachitachenu. Samshaya means doubts. Asamshayam. Ashantasya kutak sukham. If you have many doubts, how you can be happy? And you'll never get second chance to ask these questions. You can ask Google, but Google will tell you whatever, just for the sake of likes or whatever they tell you. I'm telling you.
Other people then. Let's see who anybody has any question. And everybody's sitting, Prabhu, let's see, everybody's sitting with their back straight here. That's what they follow.
Yeah, actually it also shows that our kundali is very weak. When you're sitting straight, like this, when you're sitting straight, It means you have full energy. When you don't have energy, what happens?
Yeah, everybody sits the back straight. I was noticing.
Okay, now energy comes and this is like antenna. We are going to download nice questions.
Right.
Okay, any questions? Not necessarily should be about Bhagavad Gita. Any life questions you can ask. Why?
So, Prabhu, one question. That somebody was telling that example that you gave yesterday was judo was not correct.
Okay.
Is that right?
No.
Is that a right?
To make the point I wanted to make, it was correct.
Okay.
What point I wanted to make?
They were telling
Guru he knows what answer to give you. He knows how to engage you in the service.
Okay.
And if you follow the instructions of Guru, don't argue with Guru. I am speaking about Parampara Guru, bona fide Guru. Guru, there is so many mantras in judo. There is one Maha mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Iti Shodashakanam Nam Kali Kalmasanasanam. Oh, he doesn't teach me Durga Chalisa, he doesn't teach me Hanuman Chalisa. No need. Hare Krishna, one step. Because you are apanga, you have no brain, we are lazy. Manda Sumanda Matayo Manda Bhagya Hupadrataha. We cannot remember anything. Don't become Pandit. Shastra says, you can never get God by your abilities and endeavor. Better you follow Guru. That's all. And in this Kali Yuga, if you can, we don't mind if you're following this step properly. You can also learn Hanuman Chalisa also. That's not the problem. But when you're learning everything except this one, you learn Jack of everything, master of none. Problem is with people that they have Bahushakahinam Tascha Buddhaya Vyavasayanam. They know everything about nothing. But they accept Hare Krishna Mahamantra. The main things they're not doing. Everything else they are doing. That's why Guru says, all these big expert black belt wallahs, you are useless. This one boy, Hare Krishna, Hare, even he is a Panga, no problem. If he is from Mlecha country, he is a degraded, he is not from Brahmana family, that's okay. He's chanting Hare Krishna, he's following my one step, he'll become gold winner. Because he was following one step. And in Kali Yuga, Avaishnavam Gurum Yasyat Vaishnavas Swapacho Guruhu. Even dog eater can become Vaishnava and Guru if he following Mahamantra, if he become Bhakta of God, Krishna. That's Shastra says. So, in which sense it was not correct, I don't know, but I'm telling you, Guru told you, you follow the instructions and you'll be successful. If you have faith in the words of Guru and Krishna, you'll be successful. Yasyadeveta tha guru tasyaita kathina harta prakashante mahatmana, Shastra says. If you have faith in Guru and Krishna, everything will be revealed to you, guaranteed. Only one. Ekeha kuru nandana. Just one instructions, follow properly. And don't sit on many chairs. But because our mind is chanchalam himana Krishna pramati balavadrinam, very chanchal. That's why for somebody is right, so for somebody doesn't right, what can be done? We cannot please everyone. As Steve Jobs said, if you want to please everyone, go and sell ice cream. What to do? Very difficult to please everyone. That's why I told yesterday, we are here not to impress anyone. We are here not to make people interested. We are looking for interested people. Because what can be done? We are not here to entertain people. We are very laughingly, joyfully, very happily with this packaging very nicely with ice break games, which I like very much yesterday. Very nice. But main thing is the point why we came together, to help each other to go back to Godhead. Otherwise, what's the point? Very nice car, but driver blind. What is the use? Main point, chant Hare Krishna. Chant names of Lord Hari. Yasya Sankirtananam Nam Sarva Papa Pranashanam Pranama Dukha Samanastam Pranami Harim Param. Hari. Eko Mahat Gunan Kirtana Deva Krishna Sya Mukta Sangha Param Rajat. There is one house, fire in the house. We are locked in the house. Fire brigade didn't come. Everywhere fire. And I am coming to you. Excuse me, you feeling hot, right? I have ice cream for you. Take ice cream. You'll cool yourself. No, I don't want ice cream. I want to get out from this house. What is the use of your temporary solutions? We want to get out from this material world. Samsara dava nalali dhaloka samsara davagni. This is a tapa. Kamagni, krodagni, lobagni, janma mrittu jara vyadhi dukha dushan darshanam. And nowadays people saying no, only by om, light, some whatever, nirvana, but some nothing, shanti, all this beating around the bushes, so many philosophies nowadays. Nobody speaking about reality. And what is the reality? Krishna is a reality. God is reality, and His holy name reality. In this world, only two realities. When you will die, only two realities. Holy name of God and Atma. Finish. The rest is a sapna. Everything will be dust. Trust me. Trust me. Please, you trust, everything will be dust. So, it's true. Oh, I don't believe you. Okay.
Anyone have a question?
Yes.
Sorry, but how did the criticism you faced with being Hindu affect you, and how did you deal with it?
You want to drink some water and try that again?
Yes.
How,
It's okay, it's okay. How to do with criticism?
no, how, sorry. How did the criticism you faced with like being Hindu affect you, and how did you deal with it?
Well, I already have thick skin, you know. People telling me from very beginning. You know, I told you when I was in army, I became convinced and I started to put tilak. I was army uniform commando. But then I say, this is nice. Like, you know, I am son of God. I have to be proud. And what's wrong? Like, you know, if somebody will tell you that I am son of Prime Minister of India, or I am son of President of America. It's very nice. To be son of, you know, Steve Jobs or whatever, Bill Gates or whatever, some very, very renowned, worldwide known person, I am his son, I am daughter. You don't feel ashamed to say that, do you? No. Oh, because you will get the respect as President of America. If you're son of President of America, you will get bodyguards, you will get support, and you will feel some kind of prestige to be the son of that royal family. So similarly, we are the children of the royal most family, boss who created all this creation. Wow, that sounds fun. I am the son of God. Shraddhanusari Bhakti Adhikari. When you have that faith, Shraddhavan bhajate yumam same yuktatamo mataha, then you be connected with God. And when you connected with God, God can speak through you. He can speak to you. And you can feel it. And you can practically see it. Wow. And when you see this, you know, when you see this, it's working. You're getting more faith. And when you're getting more faith, other people, they don't know about this. You start to feel compassion. And they say, you crazy. That's okay. It's like in mental asylum. Somebody comes and doctor asks them, who are you? And that guy saying, I am Jesus Christ. Doctor asking him, who told you? God. And somebody else telling him, no, I never told him. Means God is there, Jesus Christ, Napoleon, Mahatma Gandhi, Hitler, all the guys. And doctor can see these crazy people, what to do. And these crazy people thinking the doctor is crazy. You don't understand, I am Jesus Christ, you fool. You don't know. Okay, Jesus Christ, please take some medicine. Please take some medicine. He tolerating, you see. Once Jawaharlal Nehru, you know Jawaharlal Nehru, first Prime Minister of India, he came to mental asylum. And one patient was discharging. So this patient asking Jawaharlal Nehru, who are you? And Jawaharlal Nehru, I am Jawaharlal Nehru. And this patient said, no problem. They are nice people. I also thought like this 6 months ago. No problem. They'll make you okay. No problem. I also thought like this 6 months ago. They'll make you no problem. So we are thinking with something which we are not. We are thinking we are American, Indian, Russians. I am man, woman. You are not. You are soul. Ajo nityam shashvatayam puranana hanyate hanyamane sharire. Such a simple thing, but common sense very much uncommon nowadays. Really, you can. I am not this body. It's my hand, my head, my leg, my body, everybody. It's body. And designation is called upadhi. Sarva upadhi nirmuktam tat paratvena nirmalam rishikena sevanam bhakti ruchyati. Only by bhakti you can prakashante mahatmana. Wow, I am not this body. And when you wake up, wow, then I am a soul. So I have to work to understand soul. Self is called self-realization. But when you're in the dream, you're trying to enjoy inside the dream. better you wake up. That's why Shastra Tamasima Jyotiggamaya. Because one day you have to leave this world. You have to. Then what? How long are you going to sit in this house?
Like 2 more hours?
Luckily. Maybe one more. But you cannot sit for the rest of your life. When I am coming by visa, and my visa has certain limit, I cannot stay because I don't have green card, I don't have citizenship. I can, if I have visa for 1 month, I can stay only 1 month. Isn't it? This is a law. If you overstay the law, you'll be punished. So similarly, if you disobey the law of creation, you disobey the law of God, law of gravity, for example, law of thermodynamics, law of karma. So many laws are there. You can say, I don't care. Okay, try, but don't cry. You try, disobey the law of gravity, jump on skyscraper, jump from skyscraper. I don't care for law of gravity. You see, try. You may win the battle, but you can lose the war. You may be very much bored of arguing, but when you practically do it, you'll be in trouble.
Won't be allowed to cry.
Yes. That's foolish people, you know. They're simply arguing with the law of God. And finally, God says, Mrityu sarva haraschaham. I am the death. For those who don't believe me, better you fall down dandavat to me now. Better you surrender now. If you don't want to bow down to me now, when the moment of death will come, you'll still bow down. You have to bow down. So that's why previous precautions prevent the problem. Better late than never, but better never late. That's why saintly people, they advocating the law of God on behalf of God. Please, please turn your head toward God. You open your mind like parachute. It's working when it's open. Bhagavad Gita not for Hindu, my friends. You see, it's for everyone. Birth, death, disease, old age, young age, changing the bodies, reincarnation, karma, akarma, vikarma, etc. 5 topics in Bhagavad Gita. Remember what the topics in Bhagavad Gita? What Krishna spoke in Bhagavad Gita? 5 topics.
The ABCs?
No. Remember, it's your book. First of all, he speaks Atma Gyan. What is Atma? Who is Atma? What is the soul? Science of the soul, he speaks. 2nd chapter. Right? You cannot cut soul, you cannot burn in the fire, in the water. It's eternal. It's ever existing and primeval. So give science of the soul, Arjuna. Why you so much worry.com? You are not this body, by the way. You cannot kill the soul. And he explains about the soul. Nobody knows the soul. What is soul? Nobody sees soul. And Krishna says, this is the soul. But the symptoms, you can understand that soul is inside. As soon as soul moving from the body dead. Second one, he explains who is God. Who is soul, who is God, what is the characteristics of God. Then he explains what is karma, activities in this world. Everybody have to act. Karma, vikarma, nishkara karma. 3rd chapter, 5th chapter, you read very clearly, clear cut. This is action, this is illegal action, this is inaction, etc., etc. Then he speaks about Prakriti. What is this creation about? He speaks about Rajaguna, Tamaguna, Sattoguna, everything in the modes of nature. Food, dress, music, even religion in modes of nature. Why so many religions, you ask me? Because so many, different modes of nature. Clothes, music. Can you give me an example of music in goodness? Just to illustrate that point. That in this world, when you see through the eyes of knowledge, wow, you can see, oh, this girl is in passion. This boy is in goodness. This man is in ignorance. By seeing symptom. Karnam guna sangasya. You can see this by reason of their qualities. Like doctor, when you come to the hospital, you see the symptoms. Oh, you have diabetes. You have, like Ayurveda, Kaviraj, he can, by seeing your pulse, he can tell you all your diseases. You know that? By pulse only. Kapha Pitta Vata, yes. Because there's different kind of pulse. One pulse like frog, another one like snake, another one, like different types of pulse. By that kind of pulse, you cannot cheat the doctor. He can see, oh, yellow eyes, you have pile, you have jaundice. How do you know? Symptoms telling, man. Similarly, you cannot cheat sadhu. He sees through the Shastra Chakshu. He has eyes of knowledge. Like Jyotish, for example. I know an astrologer, my friend, he taught me science. He taught me personally. It's called prasana. Have you heard prasana Jyotish? It's like something happened or you lost something. Let's say you lost your...
Prashna Kundali.
No.
You know.
You lost your mobile telephone. Suppose, right? I wish you never lose nowadays, but suppose you lost your money or you lost something. You call into this Jyotish, excuse me, sir, I lost my money. So he'll tell you, tell me the number immediately. Immediately, tell me the number. From 1 to 108, suppose. And you say, 98. Okay, and he tells you, you'll find it after 2 days. Or you'll not find. It's very far already. And he can tell you where it is. Well, my friend came from Pakistan and he lost his iPad. You know, lost. It disappeared from his room. So I immediately called him, my teacher. He said, tell me the name of the flower. I said, rose. Your iPad, 200 meters on the northwest, there is one 2-store house on the 2nd floor. No. Yes. And we went there and we found this one guy. He took that iPad, he went to the main road and sold it in a particular shop. And he got 20,000 rupees already. We took this guy by ear, we took him to that main road, he showed us the shop, and this guy, my friend, found his iPad. Rose, that's all. How is it possible? I tell you, this is science. For you, it's miracle. For me, now, it's not miracle, it's science, mathematics, pure mathematics. Seriously, Jyotish can tell you who you were before this life. I'm speaking about real science, Parashuram Jyotish or whatever. He can tell you how many years you... There is one science called Brihu Samhita. Have you heard Brihu Shastri?
Yeah.
So he can tell you many, many things. For small child is miracle, wow. But for somebody who knows the science, it's science, normal. What constellation, what graha, when you're born, what is your lagna, what is your rising sign. And accordingly, I can tell you everything about you. By looking at you, I can tell you about you. Your face is called physiognomy, palmistry. It's science, what can be done. By your nails, I can tell you about you. No, that's interesting. No, we are not talking today about this. But my point is that there is science, and just because you don't know the science, it doesn't mean that there is no science. If somebody is sitting behind that wall there in that room, and you don't know that somebody is there, it doesn't mean that that person doesn't exist just because you don't see him. Just because you cannot see the sun, it doesn't mean that there is no sun. Just because you and me, we cannot see God, it doesn't mean that there is no God. Can you see radio waves? Can you see TV program, BBC or something? No, you need some device, an antenna. TV waves, radio waves, you have to just, you have a receiver, it's called receiver, right? So similarly, I can see my dad, hey, Papa, how are you? He's in Ukraine now. How are you doing? Can you see my father? No. No, father, I don't believe because I cannot see. Seeing, believing, nonsense. So many things we cannot see. You understand? So therefore, we have to trust Guru. Confirmed, thank you. This is also Jyotish Shastra, by the way. When you're making statement and somebody making, it's complete truth, absolute truth. Shariraka Shastra, yeah, seriously, I'm telling you. Similarly, when you make a statement, you have to believe Guru. Confirmed. That's what we are talking today about. Paramatma confirming you. And especially when, chipkali sometimes is lizard. When you're making statement and chipkali, lizard, also confirmed. It's written in Shastra. Anyway, so I'm telling you, this is big science. You asked me, so many scriptures are there. We have no idea. Only these and only... Wait. Just open your mind. There is much more than simply only this. Don't be fanatic.
Speaking of science, right? I'm gonna dive into Ramayana for you.
Huh?
I'm gonna dive into Ramayana.
Okay, good.
So when Meghnath shot Nagpash to Ram, Lakshman and the entire Vanarasena, Hanumanji went to Garudev to get him to revive the
Lakshman.
entire Sena. Yeah.
Yes.
But he was getting out of time, like he was losing time. So he went to Surya Dev,
Correct.
saying that if you don't stop, then I won't stop, basically. But the thing is that Earth is round, right? And the sun is stationary, right? So
Why stationary?
Huh?
Who told you the sun is stationary?
Okay, so
Surya Dev running with many horses, and there are 60,000 of sages always glorifying Surya Dev sitting in front of him. And Surya Dev and Hanumanji went to take Diksha and training from Surya Dev. You know that?
yeah, but the science and everything has proven that like the sun is in the middle with the
What is
Mercury,
science?
Venus, Earth.
What
Satellites,
science?
Satellites.
Science never been in the sun.
Has
They never been in the moon, by the way, right?
I mean, they
Everything
have
was
been
shot
in the moon.
in the area of number 51 in, this is near to Las Vegas. What's the state? Nevada. In Nevada state, they make the movie. It's proved by science because shadow and stuff, and they, and then anyway, so all spacemen, they themselves prove it. Yeah, that was fake. Just
Okay. It's speaking of Earth, right?
my point is that scientists never been there. How they know? Just because by imperfect eyes they see some telescope, they also produce
I
it.
mean, by that
Shastra also
nature,
says.
Huh?
like by that nature of that argument, since we've never seen Krishna and since we've never
There's some
seen
proof.
God,
There is some proof.
then
You
it
didn't
doesn't
see.
work.
You didn't see. You didn't see Krishna. I can show you Krishna. You qualified to see Krishna? You want to see Krishna? I'm saying,
I
asking.
mean, if he exists,
He will exist. Not if. He exists.
I mean, it's an if until there's proof.
It is proof. Plenty of proof. Trust me. You can talk to him, but not by challenging.
Okay, but
I tell you, you come to Vrindavan, you do certain practice, and you make Krishna to notice you. Krishna still alive, like you and me. Seriously. He walking around, he playing flute, but in different dimension, not by your fleshy eyes you can see him. You cannot see even sometimes dogs and cats, they can see 4-dimensional entities like bhoot, pret, like all these ghosts. Cats and dogs, they can see that. That's why when man dies, just same night when man dies, dogs are screaming because they see Yamadutas. Science proved also that dogs they hadn't seen, and small animals they see everything in slow motion. Perspective difference. We have different time value. 6 months here is only 1 day there, the higher planets. Anyway, so this is, and 1 second here equal to you 1 year down in Patala Loka. Because time moving differently, it's relative. Similarly, to see Krishna, you need to have eyes, and this eye is given by Guru. You cannot grab, Krishna, I want to see you. Who are you? Where? He is not your order carrier, You cannot call. Can you call Mr. Obama? Come here. I don't believe. Come. Mr. Trump, come here right now. Otherwise, I don't believe you. No, it doesn't work like that. This is the system. You have to follow. You will see Krishna. Guarantee. Thousands of people have seen Krishna.
But if Earth is not round, then like in Sanskrit it's called Bhugol, right?
No, it's Bhugola. Yeah.
So
Sapta Patimahim. Sapta means like 7 islands in this planet, according to Shastra. See, my point is that to see something, you have to trust something.
So to his argument, Prabhu, like what he was talking, like he wants to make a point clear. Can you do the? I heard.
okay,
his
so
point.
my point was like picture from the moon and about whatever satellites and everything. Earth is round, right? So if the Earth is round, then let's for a second believe that Surya Dev is in
You see,
Earth.
my point is that you trust the science. I trust scriptures. That's the point. We have platform different. You trust science, and science cheated us 10 million billion times already. First they proved this, then they overproved it. Another things, then they proved no. There's electron, not electron, then proton, no. There is some kind of more, and then now they bewildered themselves. I can give you proof. This is called forbidden archaeology. So many books are there that science, they blooped themselves. They guessing, experiment, hypothesis. I think, perhaps, believe, I know. What is this? Apples were falling down even before Newton. You know that? Yeah. Eureka! Boom! Apple fall down. I just developed the law of gravity, law of Newton. No. These laws were existing before Newton, much longer, since creation time. My point is that scientists, there are 4 imperfections in human life. 4. Vipralipsa, Karanapatava, this tendency to create mistakes. Our sense is imperfect. There are 3 ways of perceiving reality beyond our perception. Pratyaksha, Anuman and Shabda. Did you hear that? Pratyaksha means pratyaka aksha. Aksha means eyes. Directly. I see this mobile, I trust. I see, I touch, I taste sweet gulab jamun, I believe. But our sense is not perfect, you see. Sometimes I have the presentation also. Sometimes it's kind of, cheating pictures, I have sometimes cheating pictures. Seeing something, but in reality something. Or sometimes you can, psh, psh, sound comes. You may be thinking this is pressure cooker, but this is maybe train coming on the station. Or you see sometimes water after taking lemon, after taking sweets, and then you take santra, what called? Orange. It becomes sour. After taking something sour, you take orange, it becomes sweet. So many examples I can give you. Our sense is imperfect. You cannot see the sound vibration below 20 megahertz. Our ear cannot receive it. You agree with me? Our eyes, between this kind of spectrum, beyond that, you cannot see things. We are imperfect. You see, you cannot touch. Even eagle has more perfect eyes than us. He can see from 7 kilometers. He can see a small mouse from high 7 kilometers. Dog nose much more powerful than ours. They can feel like that's why they're using them in airport. You have seen that? Police? They can smell drugs. A human being, we are dull. We cannot feel. So similarly, many senses of other animals much more powerful than our senses. But senses has limitation. So with limited senses, you cannot understand absolute knowledge. So second one is called Anuman. Anuman means experience. Next way of perceiving reality is Anuman. Example given of 5 blind people. They wanted to understand who is elephant. They went to the zoo. They started to touch the elephant. As modern scientists. Okay, this much I understand. Oh, he is like big pillar. Oh, he is like big trunk, big like pipe. Another one took the trunk, this trunk. Oh, he's like knife. Another one took the ear. Oh, it's like big paper. Somebody put his belly. Oh, it's like wall. Somebody took his tail. Oh, it's like small rope. And they came. What is elephant? Elephant is like rope. No, he's like pillar. No, he's like wall. Partially they are correct. But to understand full picture, they have no idea. That's why Shastra says, if to understand who is your father, what's the process? There are 2 processes. You can check the genes, right? And if you can tell, it was research, if you can check 10% of the male population of this planet, 10% only, not 100% people, male. Only take 10% of the male of this planet and give to one person 1 minute only to check genes, to find who is your father, to match your genes with some male genes, to find out your father. It will take you 800 years to check everyone. But there is another way to accept the authority of your mother. Mommy, who is my father? He is your father. Accept. Why should I believe this guy? From where you came, I don't believe you. That's our problem. I'm speaking on, like authorized process. Mother's supposed to know the father. Nowadays, many mothers may not know your fathers. Who is the father? Sometimes. But we are speaking about ideal case. Genuine, pativrata wife, genuine wife and genuine husband. Mother, she knows who is your father. And it's easy to check. And even you don't trust, okay, this guy you can check the genes. That's okay. It's much easy. Not billions of people on the planet. So this is the easiest process. It's called Shabda Praman, trust, authority. Well, now question comes, who is authority? Why should I trust him? Very valuable question. Why I should trust him? That's correct. Very valuable.
So in that line of
Shabda Praman means we trust the Guru in scripture. Now question comes, we have to test the Guru. Who is Guru? Why should I trust him? But once you're convinced, you have to trust. Because you have to trust anyway. You go into a restaurant, you trust. You're not going with microscope. Maybe they put some poison there. When you're flying the flight, you have to trust pilot. Show me your license. Why I should trust you? You're going to the doctor to do some operation or some tooth. Show me your diploma. Where you did your MBBS? Show me first, then I'll trust you. No, you trust every day. So you open newspaper, you trust. You see in YouTube, oh, Ukraine war going on. How do you know? Have you been in Ukraine? No. You trust. Then why you trust left, right, and in the middle? In this life, you trust everyone and everywhere. Why don't you trust spiritual science? And spiritual science is really science. I tell you, really science. If you really want to know, then try, and don't cry. You try. That's why I ask you, did you read Bhagavad Gita? No. Then how can you argue with me? Sometimes people argue with me. I said, did you read? No. Then how you can? I read these books. That's why first you read, then we can on the same platform we can discuss. And when it's truth, huh?
I like arguing.
Very nice. No, healthy argument.
I argue.
No. Healthy arguments is very good. Even I like to argue, but not for the sake of arguing only, because I enjoy arguing. No, arguments means to understand the truth. When you're reaching the absolute truth, there is zero arguments anymore.
So on that line of thinking, that you mean that the sun is moving, the sun is stationary. That means at some part the sun is stationary, but in larger picture sun is moving. Is that what you want to say?
See, actually, in this galaxy, there is so many stars like sun, so many, and all of them are moving. You know, galaxy is moving around the orbit. There's Milky Way, billions and billions of galaxies. We are, as a scientists, you know, we don't. Einstein actually, he said, and also said, science is like frog in the well. We can see only what we can perceive. Have you heard about this Hubble telescope?
Yep.
Yeah.
They sent this Hubble telescope to find out about one star, just one star, and took it on the orbit. So all these layers of different layers of the planet, you know, all this, what do you call it?
So
Air, different, you know, different.
Elements.
Huh?
Elements.
Elements of this. When you're going out of orbit, there is no more distraction. Much more clear picture you can get, because atmospheric layers, you call it atmospheric. When flight going, these atmospheric layers, they're protecting our planet from the sun rays. You know, atmospheric belts.
like stratosphere.
Yes, stratosphere, hemisphere. So they protecting us. And when you putting telescope through these layers, picture not become clear because preventing, it become blur. When you're putting telescope out of orbit, on orbit, you know, out of the stratospheric layers, then picture become better. So the huge Hubble telescope, they pointed on one small star and started to zoom, and they found this is not a star. It's a clusters of the galaxies. Cluster of the universes, different, far away it looks like star, but when they zoom, they found this is the clusters of different stars and different universes. They put more and more. I have presentation about this. I didn't take computer today. Unbelievable. Scientists, they like, you know, frog in the well, because frog never seen anything more than this well in his life. And another one, sportsman, you know, some international tourist frog came, boom, in the well. And this guy telling to this frog in the well, you know, I've seen Atlantic Ocean. And this frog in the well thinking, how big it is? It's like, how big? Like 5 of my wells? 5. And this guy, no, it's much bigger. How? Come on. 10? Okay, 10 of my wells, like 10 size of my well. No, much bigger. 20. Okay, 20 is maximum, 20. I cannot even imagine more than 20. It's much bigger. What this well frog can think? He never saw Atlantic Ocean. He is thinking in terms of maybe solar system, maybe. Solar system is nothing but speck of dust in this creation. Can you imagine? You cannot imagine. That's why when you're studying through the Shastra Chakshu, you see, I was telling yesterday the creation, there's billions of universe. Now universe which we see in the scientists, they see, is there is life in other planets. Of course, there is millions of planets like Earth, like ours. Our universe with all this Milky Way, billions of stars, is nothing but small mustard seed in the big bag of seeds. There's billions and trillions of universes like ours. And all these billions of universes like material universes is nothing but one small piece of space in the spiritual world, just in the corner, like jail. You know, Karaghar, jail. How much space in Columbus jail takes? Half city, or just small, maybe 1 kilometer, maybe
Like
500 meters buildings, half kilometer buildings, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's all. Rest of the Columbus and Rest of America is nice citizens. So similarly, in this material world, jivas, souls who are supposed to be punished because they disobey the law of God, they placed in a very small corner of the creation. It's called Ekapadvibhuti, somewhere in the corner. And in that corner, like small bag of mustard seeds, our universe is just one small seed. And inside that seed, out of billions and millions of stars, our planet is just one. And in this billion and millions of populated people, this is a planet people, you are just one small insignificant microbe. We are very insignificant. We cannot even comprehend how huge creation of God. And this God coming to you and sitting in your heart. How great He is. Do you know how God is great? This universe and material creation is nothing but microbe on the part of His hair, maybe. This whole universe is nothing but microbe on the hair of the God. He cannot see. He doesn't even know that this is existing, this universe. That great He is. And still, He's so kind, coming to this universe and manifesting here. For you and me. How that great He is. When your daughter or son in jail, punishable, mother and father have to come to jail at a babu and bringing some food to him, and because they have kindness. God is very kind, because for Him there is no problem. He's Sachit Ananda Vikram. He's enjoying there with His friends. But for these foolish souls like us who are suffering disease, old age, birth, death, samsara chakra, sitting in the womb for 9 months, blood, urine, we are born again. Suffering like anything, earthquake, war. You don't know war? Go to Ukraine. Try, but don't cry. People crying these big tears, millions of people dying, buildings collapsing. Have you seen earthquake in your life? Where? Huh? You see, my dear friends, we didn't see the trouble. We didn't see the disaster yet. We were born in filthy, nice facilities of America. You don't have scarcity of anything. If you put yourself in a dangerous situation of life, like cancer, I don't wish it to anyone to happen, cancer, disease, earthquake, war, pestilence, drought, tsunami. You know how people crying? They lost their husbands, their children. When 20 women were raped and then cut by the tank, and mother watching that. Their daughters were raped in front of them. That's Ukraine. Hey, what are you talking about? Horrible things. My friends are there, they're telling me direct information, sometimes getting video. Very horrible. You are very lucky for some time. Don't think it may not happen here also. Very easily. One nuclear bomb, atomic nuclear submarines already near to Cuba from Russia. You know that? Savdhan. Nothing will happen. I came 3 years ago to my home, Ukraine. I'm from Ukraine. I told to my family, guys, I feel that there is going to be war. Because I can see the formation of army coming to the border, Russian army formations, 200,000 army already in the border. And border, my city, just 100 kilometers from the border. And I can see, I sniff, I feel there's going to be war. Better you get out from here. No, don't be negative. You are too much negative. Be positive. No war. I left after 1 month war started. Destroyed everything, houses and everything. I can show you photos. You can just horrible things. So that's why my point. This place of suffering. Confirmed. This material world, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Dukkhalayam Ashashvatam. Dukkha alayam. What does alaya means? House. Like Himalaya, Pustakalaya, Chikitsalaya. House of medicine called Chikitsalaya. House, place where only books, Pustakalaya. Place where is only snow, Himalaya. Him means baraf, ice. Himalaya. And this place, Dukkhalaya. Place where only sufferings, called Dukkhalaya. Ashashvatam, temporary. Bhagavad Gita, he says that. It's not, he give description. He make the product and he give label. This is the label characterizing this product. Krishna manufactured this world and he gave label. Dukkhalayam Ashashvatam. Welcome. You want to use it? You most welcome. You touch electricity, current. birth, death, disease. So that's why better you get out from here, Arjuna, from samsara chakra. How to get out? Become my devotee, bhaktosi me, priyosi me, tadhama paramam mama. Remember me, maya saktamaya partha, mayam yunjan, madashrayah, mam ekam saranam raja. Whatever you do, tat kurusva, madarpanam, offer to me, because everything belongs to me. You use it, but offer to me. That's called gratitude. Become my devotee. And if you are my devotee, I'll send you back to God and back. You are rehabilitated. You are reinstalled in your original position. But if you still want to challenge and argue forever, argue. Take birth again and again as a chicken, as a dog, as a bird, as a fish. 8,040,000 species argue. Argue as much as you want. So argument is nice. We should not accept blindly. Krishna says, he never told Arjuna, accept blindly whatever I'm doing. No, you ask questions. Why not? Tasmat gurum prapadyeta jigyasu shreya uttamam. You ask as much as you want, you ask. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena and sevaya. Do some seva, be grateful. It's not about money again. You offer one flower, you offer a glass of water. No glass of water, by the way. Right? 2 hours passed, nobody offered even a glass of water. Just see the fun. I'm telling you, it's not okay, it's okay. We are working in the sense, you yourself drinking water, right? And I'm talking 2 hours, nobody even offered me one glass of water. Because there is no seva bhava. We are so much corrupted and diseased, we don't have seva bhava. And this is culture. Sadhu comes, water, asana, glass of water. It's nature, it's compulsory. This is Sanskriti. I'm trying to say because it's already like Kula Guru, I'm telling you already, not like just like entertainment class. This is very important. But because we are dull, we are thinking about ourselves, beloved ones. We are in the center. Okay, he came to entertain us. I didn't come to entertain you guys, I gave you knowledge. And this is very costly. And I'm doing this for free, by the way. I'm not charging any money for this. But it requires some sevaya. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashna. I like to argue. Oh, it's okay, but do some seva. Then sadhu will feel like to argue. Otherwise, bye. Finish. Very, very important. See, because, we are not here to argue with anyone. We are not here just to convince you. We are seeing it's a very nice Malilo Mato, very nice fertile soil. You're very interested. We came. Otherwise, time is very valuable. Believe me, I have thousands of things to do all over the world. I came to Columbus not just because Prem Vilas paid my ticket. No! Believe me, I came for you only, people. I can buy my ticket. I have thousands of friends all over the world. Trust me. Whenever I want to go, they will buy my ticket just like that. Just because Prem Vilas paid $3,000 for yesterday's program, that's why I came. No! You do yourself. If I'll say no, then no. I'll not come. Similarly, it's out of compassion and friendliness. Titikshava, karunika. Samsarinam karunayaha purana guhyam. Because my guru saved me. And he told me, what I did, you do to others also. Because we were saved. I was also in hell. If I would not be devotee of Krishna, I would die already in Ukraine. I will be army man, I will be killed already, 100%. But in long term, Krishna protecting all of us. So we have to be grateful. And there is nothing wrong to ask questions and clarify things.
Prabhu, do you want water really?
I do want.
Okay.
You try to speak 2 hours continuously and then drying. So I'm kidding. Don't take me otherwise. I'm telling you many things to learn. Many, many things to learn. But don't give advice unless you are hired. Even Krishna, thank you so much. Even Krishna, he never told Arjuna knowledge. Never. Until Arjuna became his disciple. Shishyasteham sadhivam tvam prapannam karpanya dosho pahata svabhava prichami tvam dharma samudha chetaha. Arjuna says, okay, Krishna, I'm bewildered now. I'm really, really katam. Finished. I'm your disciple. No more friendly talk. Finished. No bhai, brother. I'm your disciple, you're my guru. Tell me what should I do. And what Krishna did? Chastise him immediately. Next shloka, he chastised him. Before that, he was smiling. Arjuna. Sinayor mayor madhye ratnam sthapanam achyuta. Yes, sir. Krishna was working as a chariot driver. But the moment Arjuna requested him to give some guidance, I'm your disciple, role model changed. Now, chori lai kutera, buari lai tarsaune. Then Krishna chastising Arjuna to teach all world. Straight away, he changed the mood completely. Because you inquired me, then I'll teach you now. Before inquiry, no, why? Why to give advice? For you to be wise where ignorance is bliss. So that's why many people coming. Tell me. Why should I tell you? There is one king who came to Lord Buddha. He came to Lord Buddha and said, "Hey monk, I want to ask a question from you." And Buddha said, "I don't have time." He was sitting, Siddhartha, he was sitting under the tree. I said, "I want to have some question. I am king." He said, "So what?" What's the big deal? "I don't have time." So the king, no, he said, "Actually, I have time." Buddha said, "I have time, but I don't have time for you." Then king became a little bit humble. "Why? You want to know?" "Yes, please." So then Buddha, he told him one example. "See, my dear king, this is the glass, right? Glass. Some people coming and they asking me about the milk, but they bringing glass and putting upside down. Give me. How I can give? They put upside down glass. How I can give them? In other words, they coming proud. Tell me." They're so proud, they will never be able to receive any knowledge. Because as I told yesterday, remember story was bottleneck, dhakkan and bottle. One time, bottleneck asked the bottle, "My dear brother bottle, you're giving water to everyone, you never give me one drop. I'm your small brother, family member. I'm the closest family member. I am your son and daughter. But I'm still not getting the point. Why?" And the bottle said, "My dear Dhakkan bhai, my Birko, my dear bottleneck brother, everybody coming down, I'm giving you. You sitting on my head, how I can give you? If you want to understand, you have to stand under. Stand, not up stand, understand. Surrender, sir under." That's Upanishad. Acharya Upasanam Kshaucham Shantirat Mahavinigraha. Acharya Upanishad. Upa Asanam. Upa Asanam. Upa means nasdik, close. Asanam means down. Sit down. Because knowledge going down, not up. It's flowing. So we need to be, once Guru told to his disciples, "You are all fools." Everybody became kukrukka. But one disciple said, "Yes, Guruji, I am fool. Except you, everybody fools. You are intelligent." To understand that I am fool requires some intelligence. We actually fools. We have to feel ourselves fools in front of Guru. There is one saying in Hindi, "Oot pahar ke samne apna sthiti dekhte hain." Camel in the desert, nothing to compare. He is the biggest one. Only snakes and lizards. But when the same camel comes to the mountain of Himalayas, he becomes very small comparing to the mountain. It's easy to be great in your own house. You know one to compare. But when you're coming to the Guru, he has knowledge, and you, wow. Then you start to feel yourself very insignificant comparing with your 2.5 Sanskrit shlokas. No, it's not about wisdom comes from the heart, given by Krishna. Gyanam apohanam cha. Krishna ki dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mamupayantite. Really. If Krishna wants you to speak mukham karuti vachalam phalgum langayate igrim tat kripatamaham mande Shri Gurun Dinatarine. By the mercy of Guru and Krishna, blind man can see the stars at daytime. And phalgum langayate igrim. And the apanga or lame man can cross the mountains. Deaf person can speak languages like that. If Krishna wants, because he's Paramatma. But Krishna says, Shraddhanusari Bhakti Adhikari. Depends on your faith. If you trust me, according to Yayat Hamam Prapadyante, Tam Stathaiva Bhajamaham. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. As much you surrender, so much I will reciprocate with you. If you're challenging me, I'll challenge you. No problem. Try. Means Krishna says, you try. You're so smart. Mr. Napoleon or Mr. Hitler, you're so great. Okay, where are you now? Where is Hitler now? Where is Napoleon? Vichara.
His grave.
Not grave. Not in grave. Very, very far from here. A name called hell. Strong statement, isn't it? But the amount of people were murdered and killed and, I tell you, Shastra says, Garud Puran says. So I trust Shastra, I don't trust this New York Times. It may be also some facts and figures, but as a wisdom concern, spiritual scriptures, they're very, very precise. Quran, Bible, also scripture, by the way. We are not neglecting them, but they're given to certain kind of people of certain time. You understand the point? So different scriptures given to different people of different times for different level of consciousness. Jesus Christ said, I can tell you much more, but you'll not understand. Karam kamandala kaha kahe tulasi kaha gaye sai sarita jal nadi koop adhikam bund ke samay. Karam kamandal depends on your container. Even you can have ocean, river or well as much as your container. If you have only one small bottleneck, this much water you can get. Adhikam bund ke samay, one drop, not more you can get. Even there is ocean in front of you. How much you will get depends on your faith. That's why business of sadhu to ignite that faith in you. Trust me, I'm not cheating you. Trust me. Oh really? What should I do? Come on. Like small baby. Boom. One step by step. Sometimes I remember my younger brother, he's 13 years younger than me. And I remember when he was started to walk. First steps, we have seen babies. So that time you have to give him 2 fingers. And when babies start to make first steps, you have to put some on the floor. You have to put knife. It's called invisible ropes. It's called putakatne. So this is called in our country like this. It's like a tradition. You have to put invisible ropes by knife. I put between his on the ground like this, as if there is some ropes which not allowing him to walk. I cut that. He started to walk same day. And he started to speak when he was 7 months. And you know what word he said? Not mommy, not papa, motorcycle. Amazing, yeah? Motorcycle. Wow, fantastic. First word this guy said.
Boom, boom.
So my point is that there is so many things we just don't know. But there's nothing wrong if you can just simply argue and find out what is there.
Anybody any questions now?
Does it make sense what I'm saying? Makes sense?
New
Trust
question?
me, I'm not cheating you. I'm not trying to show that I know better than you.
New question?
I want to talk about monogamy and polygamy.
Maybe Aditi has some
Okay,
question.
wait. Some relevant question, which will be helpful for everyone.
Okay, go ahead, Aditi. Oh,
What makes you doubts? What is your prominent doubts in you, which prevents you to accept things full 100%? What are that obstacle which why should I believe? Why? You ask that, no problem. We can remove that by the torchlight of knowledge. So because when you're confused, very difficult to dedicate your life to anything. You have to be completely convinced, not confused. If you cannot convince, you confuse people. Now this is a modern style. But in fact, in spiritual science, those who are confused, we have to convince them by logic.
Do you have milk? I can warm
No, it's
some
okay.
milk.
I'm perfect with water. Yeah. Okay.
How many languages do you speak?
Say again.
How many languages do you speak?
Chobra Sila, 8,400,000.
Languages.
8,400,000 languages. Some of them I just forgot because it was long time back. But in this life I know maybe 9. 9. And I know also languages of birds and different animals. Like pigeon. I can speak with pigeons. Today I was speaking with pigeon.
What did you say?
This is coming. Some crow. Crow comes. They're coming. And this crow came to me, attacking me. See, or peacock. Peacock? In Vrindavan, I like to talk to them. They come with this. They're coming like this. In Gordon. But best language is language of love. Prem ka bhasha. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Every soul understands. Chinese, Christian, Muslim. You believe or not, when you're chanting Hare Krishna, everybody happy. Except envious people only.
Which one? Question?
I don't really have a question.
Okay. Diti?
During your journey, like, like a Swamiji or a sadhu, what was like the hardest thing you faced and how did you overcome it?
Very good question. I'm still facing that. Means every day some new chapter comes, something or another. Kabhi sukhi, kabhi gam, kabhi thanda, kabhi garam, So the biggest challenge was when you're near and dear and misunderstood you. Those people you really trust the most, those who are just, nobody can hurt you the most as your near and dear people. Isn't it? So that's what Lord Shiva tells to Sati. When she wanted to go to the Daksha, to her family, and her family criticized her. Oh, you are the wife of this nonsense Shiva, sitting in crematorium, nonsense. Father criticized Shiva, and she could not tolerate that. And Lord Shiva said, don't go there, because you will feel so much pain, because your own people will criticize you, very, very painful. But she said, no, I want, as a sentimental lady she was. She went to home and father was criticizing Shiva and just there, and she left the body, was 5, she committed suicide. It was very painful but that time you have to stand on something. Because if you're not standing for something, you fall down for nothing. You have to be convinced. Convinced. You can be convinced. Thank you. You can be convinced. So he's a very nice disciple, by the way. He's very, very smart. No, see, and main thing that he is not ashamed. He is not proud. That's real father, really. A real leader who is ready to become servant in front of everyone. Some people, when I am chastising somebody sometimes, they become very angry. Very angry. Why are you angry? I'm told the truth. And some people, those who have big false egos, they become angry. And sometimes, it's called Japka Pariksha. Who is actually a real disciple? Sometimes Guru knowingly, he increasing the sound. And sometimes he pinching to understand dud ka dud, pani ka pani. But when somebody pass exam, very happily, like Krishna chastised Arjuna, he actually chastised him. And Arjuna said, no problem. Okay, he is qualified. True. That's why we have to always, and we have to, there's 4 kinds of disciples are there, 4. First disciple, we are not talking about Diksha, disciple, this is a consciousness to learn from everyone. 4 kinds of disciples. First kind of disciple, he immediately understands the mentality of teacher and he does it without teacher even telling that. You see? It's for you, by the way. Maybe that's I see. It's fall down just. Yes. And the second type of disciples, Guru has to tell him, okay, go and bring me some water. Okay. Then he told him and he did it. It's also very good. Second class. No, not first, but second class. Okay, chalega. Third class of disciple, you have to tell him, you have to show him, please bring, how to bring, like this. You go, show like this, okay? You understand? Next time you do this also. So Guru has to show him. And first class disciple, Guru tells him, he doesn't understand. He shows him, he doesn't understand. And before he complete the order, disciple run away already. You see? Take this is for you. This is Sayutuga Funko Hami Yota Mala Nepali. Yeah, that's true. The foolish disciple? Guru and disciple were going by the horse, by like a thela. And all of a sudden, one Guruji ka chadar fall down. But disciple didn't pick it up. And Guru told him, why you didn't pick up? You didn't tell me, Guruji, Adesh nahi diya. You didn't order me. I am doing only what you ordered me to do. Okay, I order you. Whatever fall down from the horse, you have to pick up. Yes, sir. I got my order of my Guru Maharaj. Then the horse started to pass the stool, It's falling. Oh no, he took the Guruji ka chadar and collected everything. And Guru said, you fool, why are you collecting? You only told me to, whatever fall down, you have to collect. I did it. You're not happy. Why are you not happy? You only told me. Oh, Befkoof, you have to discriminate. No, good, bad, you have to. Guruji, I am confused. Can you make one list for me, what to pick up, what not to pick up? Oh no. Okay, Guru, right. One book, Bhagavad Gita, fall down, pick up. My chadar, fall down, pick up. Puja, saman, pick up, pick up. So this is list. Disciple. Oh, now I am very fixed. Now I am very safe side. This now I have list. No mistake now. They going and one dog came. Woo, 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 woo. It's going, Guruji fall down. Guruji not in the list. Chalo, let's go. What to do? Foolish disciple. But sometimes common sense, this we have to use common sense. So that's why some kind of disciples, there's many, many disciples. In Padma Purana, also in different scriptures explained. Alright, so does it make sense? The most difficult thing when your near and dear people misunderstood you. And that time you have to be really strong.
So, Prabhu, there's a. Okay.
Could you explain more about our universe from the scriptures?
I can. You want? What do you want to hear about universe? See, I'll tell you very briefly. Crash course for you only. How this? Anyone knows how creation was done according to scriptures? What Krishna explains. How all creation. He says in Bhagavad Gita, Aham sarvasya prabhavo mattah sarvam pravartate. He says, Iti matva bhajantimam buddha bhava samvitaha. I am the source of everything. Aham sarvasya prabhavo. I am all source. What does it mean? I'll tell you. I wish to make chart, but okay, I'll explain it quickly. First was God. And God created the world, Bible says, right? But it talks about it as a God. I'll tell you which one. It was Krishna first. And he is Atmarama Himunayo. He is actually, happy himself. God, he doesn't need anyone to be happy. He doesn't need even Lakshmi. He is always Anandamaya, Satchit Ananda Vigraha. He is completely happy in himself. He'll set aside Atmarama, his name. Then somebody said, then why he has to expand himself? Why all this, why? You see, when you're happy, you want to share this happiness with others, isn't it? Even I can make golden house for you and I'll put you along here. How long are you going to be alone? Happy, no problem, no tension, no pension, finish. You start to feel, no, I have to share this happiness with somebody. Because share your care, it gives you more pleasure when you're sharing. There's 4 kind of, even in material science, it's proved. 4, dopamine, endorphin, serotonin, When dopamine means you want some new things. Some kind of chemical comes to your blood, you feel good. And dopamine comes when you're getting something new. Okay, I have one Nokia, I want a Samsung latest telephone. Wow, and when you're getting it, you're feeling so nice. Then after some time, no, I need computer now. And then you have to work next to get something again new. And again you feel good, again after some time. Then I need motorbike, then I need car, then I need house. So this is chemical which is temporary and depends on new things. You have to push yourself to get it again and again. Endorphin, I believe, I think endorphin, it comes to your blood when you're working too hard. Like, gym, it's paining, but you feel like, overwork, workaholics they call it. Or people working in the office for 12 hours, they're getting money. I did so much. And they're feeling satisfaction of working. Overwork, workaholics is called. Then
Oxytocin.
serotonin. Serotonin comes, listen to this, very, very important. Serotonin comes when you serve others. It's opposite. Dopamine, taking, me. Working. But serotonin comes when you're giving to others. And this chemical stays for a long time in your blood. Like Mother Teresa, serving others, helping poor. And it's called altruism, kind of helping to others. Seva to humanity. Gives satisfaction. Helping poor children, old people, like that, hospitals. It's nice. And this chemical, when you're doing something for others, that satisfaction stays much longer, very long. That's why people, those who have enough everything, money and this, they love to do charity. Somebody told me this is, beach in the in California, in Los Angeles. There is one Carolina Island, and this one beach belonged to very rich family, and this family donated this to American people free. That's why that family not paying tax to American government. Charity, because they're feeling good, because we did something good for people, and that serotonin stays for a long time. But the most powerful, this kind of adrenaline is oxytocin. This chemical comes when people making relationships. It comes to our blood when we have, loving relationships. That's why love so popular. I love you. When we're making good relationships in society, with friends, with family, with peers, with lovers, when you have very healthy relationships, that feeling of satisfaction, this chemical comes when people have good relationships, when they're making relationships, and especially when they're making a relationship with God. Then this drug, you are so much happy, because the oxytocin pervading all your body, because you have very healthy relationships in society. It's called Maitra. No, that's Maitra Karuna. The Bhagavad Gita also says there's one saying, Punascha bhuyat bhagavat anantiratir prasangascha tat ashrayeshu mahatsuyam yam upayami srishtim maitri astu vishwasya namodvijebhyaha. I want friendly relationships with all living entities, with everyone. I'm not killing them, not destroying them, not torturing them. I'm friend with them. Vasudhaiva kutumbakam. I love everyone. And when you love everyone, everybody loves you also. My devotee dear to everyone and everybody dear to him, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. A real devotee, he loves everyone. That's oxytocin. That's why he's so happy. It's very scientific, even when you see this from scientific language. Because this chemical comes to your blood and you feel naturally happy. You don't have enemies. Agata Shatra Vasantaha, Sadhava Sadhu Krishna. No Shatru. And that's only devotee can do, because he can see God everywhere. He respects everyone. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahma Negavihastini Suni Chaiva Svapakicha Pandita Samadarshinaha. He can see everybody equally. He loves everyone because he can see everyone as the children of God. So my point is that this universe you want to see how it's created. So first was God, but because he's so happy at Marama, he wants to share with others. He wants to make relationships. Because enjoyment for yourself only is conjuice. It's all very miserly. Only I'm happy, I will not give anyone. No, real happiness comes when you're sharing your care. So God expands himself into two energy, by the way. First energy, if you can put chart like this, God, Krishna, then Ishwaraha, Paramaha, Krishnaha, Sachit, Ananda, Vigraha, Anadiradir, Govindam, Sarva, Karana, Karanam, Sub Karan Ka Karan, Govinda. Then he expands into Shakti, Khladini Shakti and Sandini Shakti in Samvit. Khladini Shakti is Radharani, Sita, Radha, Lakshmi, female aspect of God, right? Shakti, Shaktiman, Buddhi, Buddhiman. So God, goddesses of love, Radharani, Radha, Krishna. This Khladini Shakti Asmad, which gives love. Whatever love and beauty and pleasure in this world is coming from Radharani. You understand? Shakti. Even Durga, she is the avatar of Radharani. She is a partial Shakti of Radharani, Durga. She is a source, she is a Rani. She is a goddess of love, queen. He comes Shakti, Shaktiman, Shakti. And then another Shakti is called Sandini Shakti, Balaram. This is creative Shakti, which can create chair, floor, building, universe. All this universe is nothing, nothing but Anantashesh. Sandini Shakti, creative Shakti, which also comes from God. Aham Sarvasya Prabhavo. All energies comes from me only. So he expands himself. Then from Balaram, which is Sandini Shakti, Krishna Balaram, we know that. From Balaram, they are both God. Only Krishna is blackish like Shyam. Yam Shyama Sundaram. He's like color of rainy cloud. Beautiful shining cloud. Why black? I don't know why black. Because like this only. What to do? It was originally like this. And it's like once Guru came to Africa and somebody said, oh, God is black like, oh, we are also black. Not like you. He told him, not like black, but not like you. He is blackish, like Shyama. Shyama means like gray, cloudy cloud, rainy cloud. Beautiful, beautiful. And then Balaram is white, completely spotless white, shining white. This is the only difference. Otherwise, Krishna and Balaram same. They have same 100% same qualities, but only color different and function. So Balaram, from Balaram, 4 forms coming out. It's called Chaturvyuha. 1, 2, 4. Vasudeva, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, and Sankarshan. Chaturvyuha. Chaturbhuj. 4 hand, Gada, Padma, Chakra, all this 4, Vishnu form. Chaturvyuha. From Sankarshan comes another Chaturvyuha. Quadruple Chaturvyuha, it said. Same, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, Vasudeva, and Sankarshan. And from this Sankarshan, second Sankarshan, Vishnu form, all Vaikunthas manifested. Billions and trillions of Vaikunthas. Unlimited Vaikunthas. Even size of Vaikuntha given in scriptures. Size. Okay? Billions of Vaikunthas. Then, because there is some living entity souls, they don't want to be with God. I don't like God, I don't believe God, why I should believe Him, or whatever. Something happens, they turn their face from God. From these individual separatists, jivas, we're creating some jail, like somebody in country won't become terrorist, atankavadi. For them, there's jail. It's much easy for government to put all the prisoners in one line, finish. No need to maintain jail, no much expenses, no need to pay police, nothing. No. They making jail for one reason, to give them chance to become good again. So God creates this material world with all the suffering, dukkha alaya, full of sufferings from body, from nature, from others, like jail, to give chance to living entities, jivas, to become again normal, to rehabilitate themselves, come back to me. And then He sends Jesus Christ, Muhammad, Himself, He comes, come back, Tadhamma, come. No, I don't want, why I should believe you? Okay, then you have to stay in jail more. Then, how to create the jail? He creates pradhana, 5 elements, bhumira, pona, lo, vayu, kamanu, buddha, evacha, like a lady compared like a woman which is ready to produce the child, right? When she has a monthly period, and then after that man can approach her husband, and then she can produce the child. So pradhana is like material energy, Durga. She's ready to produce the souls. She's ready to populate this planet, this creation. Material world is like lady. Then real husband is God. He glances at her. Glance, called Shambhu. Shambhu. For God, no need to touch material energy by the limbs of the body. No need. He can even see and He can produce the baby by glance. Why? Because God, energy, His body working in multi-level. Angani yasya sakalendri yabritti manti pashyanti panti kalayanti chiram jaganti ananda chinmaya sadujvala vigrahasya govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. He is original Purusha. Angani. His all hand can see, nose can eat, eyes can generate progeny. You understand? God He can use all organs to do whatever He wants. With legs He can fly, with head He can eat, with eyes He can, listen, whatever, with ears He can speak, whatever. He's God. He's interchanging Himself. He can do whatever He wants. So He glances on this pradhana, and this glance called Shambhu, Shiva. When Shiva coming in touch with Durga, Krishna becomes Shiva. It's like milk, you put some lemon or tamarind, it becomes dahi. From milk you can make dahi, from dahi you cannot make milk. Make sense? So Shiva and Krishna, they are same Shakti, but Krishna in touch with Durga is become Shiva. But from Shiva you cannot make Krishna. From Krishna you can make Shiva. So Shiva inferior than Krishna. Make sense? Then Mahavishnu lying down. Mahavishnu. Big Mahavishnu. And he breathes like this. And from each and every pore, rom, one Brahmanda comes. universe comes, like pasina, drop. Billions and billions, can you count how many hairs? Billions of universes coming. And in each and every universe came, God enters inside as a Garbhada Kashaya Vishnu. Mahavishnu, Garbhada Kashaya Vishnu. And lying down on Sheshanag. And Lakshmi massaging feet. We have this Lakshmi now. Wait. We don't have Lakshmi here. So she is, you see Garbhada Kashaya Vishnu lying down and Lakshmi ji massaging his feet. In Mahabharata, in all these movies, and in India, you can see this only. Om Vishnu, this all this. That's Garbhada Kashaya Vishnu. And from his navel comes Brahmaji. You have seen in lotus, Lord Brahma comes. He doesn't need a wife to produce the baby, by the way. He's Atmarama. He can do everything himself. So Lakshmiji pressing the feet, and Brahmaji comes, called Swayambhu, himself manifested. And this lotus, lotus, Brahmaji, he was trying, who am I? Andhera, dark, who am I? He went inside the stem, going, could not find the end. So then he heard the sound, Tapa, do tapasya. And he was doing tapasya for hundreds of celestial years. And Krishna revealed to him, okay, you are qualified now, you did tapasya. And then I am empowering you to create the universe, all these planets. It's created not by Krishna, but by Brahma. First was God, and what was God? And God created the world in 6 days, is Brahma. Right? We are talking about limited universe. We can now put things together. Which religion speaking about what? We are Vedic Shastra speaking about all creation. We are talking about one universe created by 6 days. Lord Brahma, in this stem, he created 14 planetary systems. 14 planetary systems. Janaloka, Tapaloka, Satyaloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, all these heavenly planets, 7. Then Bhuloka, planet Earth, and 9 more planets in this Jambudvipa, it's called. We are floating in the same, dimension. 9 planets called Jambudvipa, Bhurloka. Our planet Earth is just one of them. It's called Karma Bhumi. By your activities here, Karmana Daiva Netrena, we are supervised. Whatever you do, you go up or you go down. Depends. There you have to suffer, there you have to enjoy. But when your bank account finishes, you have to come again to this planet. Again you have to do karma. Again you do good, bad. In between, then you can mixture. Chitragupta will bill on coming bill. Then you can go up or down again. Depends what you're doing here. And then 7 planets down. Atala, Patala, Talatala, Patala. So all the hellish planets and heavenly planets. We are in between. So only sometimes God comes to this planet to give people chance to get out from this jail.